The loading bar finally reached 100%. Mordor II was no longer quietly loading in the background. It had finished installing. And unfortunately for humanity, it came with home delivery. It started with Poland. Germany invaded in September 1939. And suddenly, Europe realized that this was not another diplomatic misunderstanding. This was the sequel, with tanks. Then Britain and France declared war, which sounds decisive. But at first, it mostly meant everyone stood around nervously, waiting for the nightmare to fully arrive. History calls this the phony war, which is a polite way of saying, technically war, emotionally buffering. This was the strange thing about World War II. It did not stay politely on battlefields. It entered towns. It entered train stations. It entered kitchens, schools, basements, and bedrooms. Mordor II was not just on the map anymore. It was at the door.
Then Germany moved north. Because after making Europe panic horizontally, Germany apparently decided the map needed vertical suffering too. The war looked at Scandinavia and said, nice quiet region. Suspicious. Denmark and Norway were next. Denmark had the unfortunate military problem of being very close. Norway had the unfortunate strategic problem of being very useful. History, as usual, punished both. Then Germany looked west. The Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg were next. Neutrality, it turned out, was not a force field. France had built the Maginot Line, a huge wall to stop Germany. The wall worked perfectly. Germany just went around it, which was bad news for the wall. France fell faster than anyone expected. Paris was occupied. Europe stared at the map and realized the impossible had become normal. Mordor II had unpacked its luggage. Then came Dunkirk. Allied soldiers were trapped on the coast, the sea behind them, the enemy in front of them. Then boats came. Military boats, fishing boats, civilian boats. It was not a victory. It was survival.
After Dunkirk, Britain was still alive. Not winning, just alive. Like a phone at 1% battery. France had fallen. Europe was mostly red. And Britain looked at the map like, right. So everyone left the group project. Mordor II wanted Britain next. So the army rolled forward, as usual. Then the road ended. Britain was still there, just across the sea, which was annoying because tanks are famously bad at swimming. Germany could not drive into Britain, so it tried to break it from above. Bombers came over the channel. London burned. Sirens screamed. People ran underground. Britain was not invaded. It was hammered from the sky. But Britain had a problem. It refused to understand that it was supposed to collapse. Bombs fell. Sirens screamed. People went underground. And Britain said, "Bit loud today."
Then Germany made a decision so bad, even history paused for a second. It would march into the Soviet Union. The plan was simple. Go in fast, win before winter, and return home like Russia was a weekend errand. Somewhere in his grave, Napoleon sat up and shouted, "Brother, I tried that route! The weather has admin privileges." Nobody listened. Operation Barbarossa began. Then, the war stopped being a sprint. It became a frozen subscription Germany could not cancel. Soldiers froze. Engines died. Supplies vanished. Moscow did not fall. And suddenly, Germany discovered that before winter is not a military strategy. It is a wish wearing boots. Then the tide turned.
Germany had gone too far, too fast, with too many enemies, and not enough fuel. The same machine that had rolled over Europe started rolling backwards. Slowly at first, then all at once. Meanwhile, the Allies gathered strength. Factories worked, ships crossed oceans, planes filled the sky. Germany was still fighting, but now the war had become a group project against Germany, which is rarely a comfortable position. Then came the final squeeze. From the west, the Allies pushed in. From the east, the Soviets pushed in. Germany was now trapped between two very angry doors closing at the same time. In 1945, Berlin fell. Hitler died. Germany surrendered. So Europe finally said, "Okay, done." History said, "Not so fast," because the Pacific server was still online. Japan was still fighting. At this point, World War II had become the app you cannot close. Then America dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which was not a plot twist. It was the writers unlocking the horror genre. Japan surrendered. World War II was over. The world looked around and said, "So, peace?" America and the Soviet Union looked at each other. The awkward silence lasted 40 years. They called it the Cold War. And it left the world with new rules and new borders. The United Nations, nuclear fear, spies, propaganda, and the strange idea that peace could mean everyone being terrified at the same time.